Yo, what's up? My name is Miko. It's gonna be my first YouTube video. Not sure what I want to do with this channel, but I just want to get started and start uploading videos. I got my boy Habibi in the chair today. This is just my method on how I do mid fades. I know everyone has their own methods, and we all seen YouTube tutorials, countless of them on YouTube. But this is my method. I like to go with the trimmer, so I make sure I don't put a harsh line and then pass the shaver. And then right here, I like to go with my open guard. I like to set the guy lines like kind of thick. I feel like the blend comes out a little better, but this is just the way I do it. And I like to go all around the head to make sure that everything stays consistent. But right now I'm just gonna go with my method, which is close to open. Maybe you have a different way to do it, but this way has been working for me as a 1-year barber. And everyone knows this method. It's not nothing new. It's not something you ain't seen before, but this has been working a lot for me. I know people could down fade, up fade, fade with no guard, 2 guards, 1 guard, but I like to keep it the same way I've always been doing it and how I was taught and how I learned from YouTube. I don't think I'm that experienced yet to start switching it up. Right now you're just gonna see me go with the 1.5 to debulk the sides. He gets haircuts like every other week or every week, so his hair is pretty short. But I like to come open to close on this section just to soften up the hair for the next couple of steps I'm gonna be doing. And then to blend into the top, I just usually clip over comb it. And as I'm watching these videos, as I'm watching this video, and through a different perspective, because when I'm cutting hair, like, you get so tunnel vision. So while I'm watching this video, I'm actually seeing all my flaws and things I could get better at. Like I said, I've only been doing this for about a year or less, depending if you want to add the school experience. But it is what it is. Right here, I'm just gonna go with my half guard. Right here, I like to go like 1/2 inch. This is just so when I do go with my 1 guard, it's gonna blend in a little nicer. This method was taught to me by a teacher here at my barber school here in Federate, Washington, named Miss Percy. I was actually supposed to go to his shop, but I ended up coming to this shop called Standing on Top Barbershop in Auburn, Washington. It was a little bit closer to my house. The other one was like almost an hour away, so here I am doing the method he taught me. And now I'm just gonna come with the 1 and just flick out that line that between the half guard and the 1.5 guard with the 1. And right here I'm just flicking at the line. I'm really trying to make another line. I'm actually doing open to close method, and just using the corners and then a lot of the blade. Try to keep going at the line as best as I can, opening, closing it, using my corners. If I have to use the whole blade on it, I try my best to fade it as best as possible to my ability. Sometimes you get so stuck to it, and by the time you know it, your client's sitting there for a whole hour and a half. So I say don't stress out too much on it, and then just come back and refine it after. Like I said, you get tunnel vision and all this, so when you stop for a bit and do something else and come back to it, you'll see some things you didn't see while cutting it. So don't get frustrated and just do your best as a rough draft, and we'll come back to it after. Just let your mind and your eyes clear up for a bit, because you've been staring at that fade for too long. Like right now, I could see that corner right there where I'm lining him up. It's like a dark spot, and I come back later because I noticed it and try to take it out as best as I can. So this is just gonna be me coming back again with my 1.5 guard, trying to take out that dark spot. Like I said, I think I come back later in the video and just attack it again, but this is just me trying to remove it as best I can, lighting it up so it's not so dark there. Yeah, man, just take your eyes off the fade for a bit and you'll see things that you didn't see, and it'll help you with your fades a lot. So right now I'm just gonna speed ramp the video right now. It's basically the same steps as I did on the opposite side. Usually I don't do 1/2 and then do the other. I like to do everything at the same time. So when I do one step on one side, I do it to the other side. As a beginner barber, I'm only been at this for a year, so this helps me stay consistent and make sure that one side doesn't look higher than the other. Hopefully in a couple of years I find new methods on how to fade. Maybe I could do one side and do the other side. Maybe I could do one guard, zero guard, just clip over a comb it and get a little faster. It used to take me about an hour and a half to do a whole fade. I cut that down to like 35 to 45 minutes depending on the hair texture or what the type of fade they're trying to do. Right now with the beard work, it takes me about like an hour, I believe, because I do hot towels and all that. Just trying to build my clientele as a new barber. So I like to add extra amenities in there, so like a free hot towel. Even if they don't ask for a hot towel, I just do it sometimes, and it makes them feel a little bit fresher, or like energized sometimes after a nice hot towel, and they feel fresh, their skin feels fresh, they feel clean. And as a barber, I feel like that's our job, to make them feel good. Sometimes these guys be coming and looking like they just came out of hibernation, so we gotta change their lives. So anything to make the customer feel good and hopefully retain them as a client, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go above and beyond. Like I said, this is not just gonna be a hobby for me. I'm gonna try to make this a full-time career, and from there expand into other ventures and hopefully have other source of income. I feel like a lot of us should start learning more ways to make money, because I feel like a lot of people do not tell new barbers when they first come in the game is a lot of patience, a lot of waiting, a lot of disappointment in the beginning, because no one trusts you as a new barber. Every time you get someone to sit on your chair, they always ask and say, "Oh, you're not gonna mess me up, are you? Hopefully you don't mess me up, blah 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 blah." And we gotta show them that we are serious about this, and we are trying our best not to mess them up, and make sure that we're giving our 100% every time we cut someone, especially someone new, because you never know, that one haircut you give them could make them a lifetime client. And that is the goal with this, to make lifetime clients, so we know how our income is going to look every single month, and not just get different numbers every single month, if that makes sense. Because right now my income is looking less than minimum wage currently at the moment, but every day and every week and every month it's growing. That's all I can say. I'm retaining more clients, especially now that I'm doing more services. Before I was just doing haircuts and that's it. Now I'm adding, like I said, hot towels, shampoos, and I added some enhancements now, like what I'm adding to the boy right here. A lot of people don't like it. He seems to like it, so I add it. I ask every time before I do it, so no client gets mad at me thinking that I messed them up, and I'm just trying to hide the mistakes that I did. I show them the mirror first, tell them if the haircut's okay, and from there I just ask them if they would like some enhancements. Most of them say no, the few say yes, and I feel like a lot of people don't like enhancements. At first I really didn't like them, but now I'm starting to like them. It's not something that you should use to cover up mistakes, and it should just be something in your tools to enhance your haircut for the photo or just for the day for them. They might have a party, they just want to look really good for the party and look fresh. So that's why I am starting to do enhancements just for that. And like I said, I don't use it every time. I just use it on certain clients who want it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of what you think about enhancements. Should barbers use them? Should barbers stop using them? Did they ruin the game? Did they enhance the game? I want to hear people's opinions. I heard a lot of other barbers who don't like it, and then they end up starting to use them, and then they end up liking it. But let me know in the comments what your guys' thoughts is on enhancements. And now we're coming to the end of the haircut. Right now I'm just showing him, asking him if he wants me to change anything or what he thinks. And this tilting trick right here was taught to me by a client, and it just shows them that everything is even. It's been helping me out a lot with beards, especially to make sure that I get an even beard line every time. Try it out, just tilt their heads back a little bit and you can see everything from the mirror from there. But everything was solid. The boy liked it. He didn't ask for any changes. Like I said, as I look back through it, I can see my own flaws, so don't point them out. I see them and I'm gonna learn from this. But let me know what you guys think of the haircut. I've only been cutting for about a year. Less, cause if you want to not include the school. But here it is. This is the final result right here. This is my boy Habibi. I used some enhancement, light up his beard, fade in the beard. This is a mid fade. Yeah, let me know what are you guys' thoughts in the comment. Peace.